In this video, we are going to talk about space discoveries we can't explain. So before starting, please like this video and subscribe to this channel for future updates. The world delights in perplexing us, and often the most beneficial discoveries are the ones that leave us completely perplexed and groping for bizarre answers. Number 10. The Moon's mysterious magnetic field. For millennia, the Moon has been magnetically inert, but a recent study shows that this was not always the case. An inner molten moon core swirled against a lunar mantle over 4 billion years ago, much like Earth's own dynamo, and a powerful magnetic shield extended from the Moon. But, given the satellite obviously lacks Earth's mass, this was probably a much lesser version than Earth's, right? Surprisingly, our frail tiny Moon was able to generate a more powerful field than we were. No one understands why such a small body has such a strong magnetic field, with current explanations ranging from, "we don't know," to "magic." The riddle reveals that our most closely examined spouse has yet another unknown collection of factors. It appears that the early Moon used some unusual way to create its massive magnetic field. And it did so for much longer than scientists had expected, maybe because to the frequent meteor hits that fed Luna's magnetic. Number 9. Galaxies 13 billion years old. The early cosmos was a churning, opaquely dense stew of electrons and protons, like hell. It took nearly 500 million years for the infant cosmos to cool down enough for neutrons to develop. Shortly after then, the universal landscape calmed more, allowing stars and galaxies to form. 7 of the earliest galaxies ever discovered were discovered during a recent ultra-deep scan by the Subaru telescope, which is located in Hawaii and operated by Japan's National Astronomical Observatory. They looked as unimaginably faint pinpricks of light at a distance of 13 billion light-years. Subaru was only able to see them after focusing on a small piece of sky for almost 100 hours of exposure. Number 8. Titan's Magic Island. Titan, Saturn's largest moon, may be the most fascinating planet in the solar system. It's a prehistoric Earth with an atmosphere, liquid bodies, and even evidence of geological activity. The Cassini spacecraft circling Titan discovered a brand new sliver of land that inexplicably sprouted out of Titan's second largest sea, Ligeia Mare, in 2013. The Magic Island vanished into the translucent, -200 degrees Celsius, -290 degrees Fahrenheit, methane-ethane seas shortly after. Then, during one of Cassini's recent radar surveys of Titan, it returned as a much larger landmass. Titan's alien oceans and seas are dynamic components of an active environment, rather than static features. As the fleeting land indicates, astronomers, on the other hand, remain baffled as to what physical processes are responsible for the ephemeral landmass, especially because it appears to have grown in size since it returned, from 50 to 100 kilometers, 30 to 60 miles, across. Number 7. The asteroid with rings. Rings encircle all of our gas giants, albeit most of them are flimsy wisps of junk compared to Saturn's colossal glitter. Astronomers have recently discovered rings around a considerably smaller body for the first time, and somewhat surprisingly, meet Chariklo, a little asteroid with its own ring system that measures about 250 kilometers, 155 miles, across. Chariklo appeared to be an unimpressive slab of space rock, despite being the largest item in its cosmic area. Astronomers then spotted its unusual light signature. It created an unanticipated drop in the amount of light reaching our telescopes when it eclipsed a distant star. The darkening happened right before and right after it crossed the star's course, generating some misunderstanding. Number 6. UV underproduction. We take delight in discovering the many universal balances that appear to exist across the universe. The coexistence of ultraviolet light and hydrogen in well-defined amounts has been discovered to constitute one such association. However, a recent investigation has thrown a monkey wrench into these theories, revealing a 400% underproduction of UV photons from known sources compared to projected levels. Juna Kohlmeier, the lead author, compares it to coming into a dazzlingly bright room only to discover several dim bulbs are to blame for the excessive brightness. UV radiation is created by two known processes, rowdy young stars and gigantic black holes, yet there is more UV radiation than any of them could have produced. Astronomers have been compelled to confess that, at least one thing we thought we knew about the present-day universe isn't accurate, since they can't explain the extra UV output. That's disappointing, given that the UV hydrogen balance was thought to be well understood. Astronomers are being forced back to the drawing board, as they have been many times before. Number 5. Weird X-rays. The cores of the Andromeda and Perseus galaxies are emitting strange X-ray pulses. The spectrum, or light signature, of the signals does not match any known particle or atom. As a result, astronomers are salivating at the chance of a scientific breakthrough, as this phenomenon could be the first visible evidence of dark matter. Dark matter, the enigmatic, invisible substance that makes up the vast majority of the universe's mass, could be made up of sterile neutrinos, which may or may not exist depending on who you ask. In their death throes, these postulated particles are said to emit X-rays, which could explain the unexplained surges from the centers of the aforementioned galaxies. Number 4. The Six-Tailed Asteroid. Hubble has discovered yet another amazing anomaly, an asteroid that believes it is a comet. While the latter bodies are easily distinguished by their dazzling, streaming tails, asteroids lack such features because to their lack of ice and the composition of heavier elements and rock. So finding an asteroid with not one, but 6 tails came as a complete shock. With 6 spewing jets, asteroid P, 2013 P5 is a one-of-a-kind find, while all other pieces of cosmic trash are happy with far fewer. Like a cosmic lawn sprinkler, it shoots stuff into space indiscriminately. The reason for the object's behavior and appearance is unknown. One terrifying scenario is that P5 is revolving so fast that it is accidentally destroying itself. The enormous rotating forces ripping it apart are no match for its minuscule gravity. And the sun's emissions radiation pressure stretches the scattering debris into sparkling comet-like appendages. Number 3. HD 106906b, the distant monster. Planet HD 106906b is a bit of a puzzle. This supermonster is 11 times the mass of Jupiter, and its elongated orbit reveals a slew of errors in our shaky grasp of planetary formation. The distance between HD and its parent star is a mind-boggling 650 astronomical units. Oh. Our most distant planet, Neptune, lumbers about the Sun at a distance of 30 astronomical units. Oh. This is already an incredible range, but HD is so far from its parent that Neptune and the Sun are within hugging distance of each other. As astronomers struggle to explain HD's existence despite its wide orbit and mass, various asterisks have been added above our planetary formation ideas. For example, the forces that make planets are normally undone by such enormous distances, thus it's possible that HD was formed by a debris ring collapsing. HD, on the other hand, is far too large for that to happen. And the raw matter disks that can give birth to planets simply do not have enough material to build giants like HD. Number 2. Uranus is stormy. Uranus has taken astronomers entirely by surprise. The planet that is the second farthest member of our solar system is usually icy quiet, but for some reason, it is currently engulfed in ferocious storms. Uranian equinox in 2007, when the planet completed half of its 82-year orbit and the whole solar fury was unleashed straight upon the equator, was projected to produce spectacular tempests. However, as Uranus completed its orbit around the Sun, the harsh weather was intended to subside. It hasn't happened yet. The green giant relies on solar exposure to power its storms because it lacks an internal heat source. However, astronomers at the University of California, Berkeley, have discovered significant activity in the planet's upper part, which consists of a massive layer of frozen methane. Some of these storms are the size of Earth, spiraling millions of miles through the planet's atmosphere and glowing brightly enough for even amateur astronomers to see enormous areas of light across the surface. Number 1. KIC 2,856,960, the Triple Star System. The Kepler Space Observatory is normally busy looking for new planets, but it spent 4 years of its life following KIC 2,856,960, a group of 3 gravitationally coupled stars. KIC was a typical triplet, consisting of 2 small dwarf stars orbited by a third stellar body that had gone stag. So far, nothing strange has happened, and the rating is 3 stars. As the binary dwarfs crossed each other every 6 hours, Kepler saw 4 daily dips in the light curve. Every 204 days, the eclipsing third star caused another tiny decrease in the perceived light. You'd think that 4 years of observation would be sufficient to get to know KIC. Astronomers felt the same way. However, after playing with the numbers, the data no longer made sense in the context of the star's observed actions. The first order of business was to locate the star masses. Even though determining the mass of the stars should have been very simple, no matter how they crunched the figures, they couldn't come up with any sensible solutions. Astronomers are baffled by the star trio for the time being. What do you think about our video? Let us know in the comment box below. Please like this video and subscribe to this channel for our future updates. Thank you.